Hey everyone, how you all doing? Blue here and welcome back to the medieval starter village built by myself and AndyIsYoda. Now Andy has already built the church and a medieval starter house. I have already built the stonemason, and today we're going to be working on the windmill slash bakery. Now before we get started, I will also leave a link to all the previous builds and Andy's channel in the description below, so be sure to check those out. Andy is a really cool builder, guys. He has a bunch of builds on his channel, so be sure to go ahead and take a look and subscribe to his channel. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to need to build this. Okay, here's the layout of the floor plan. As you can see, we've got our red blocks, which are 1 block, orange is 2, blue is 5, and pink is 8. The little circle on the inside of the big circle there, that is going to be for the tower of the windmill. So that's the size and location you're going to need. I'm also going to put all of the items you're going to need on screen now, so feel free to pause the video if you need to. But with that being said, let's go ahead and build this. Okay, we're going to start by grabbing some stone blocks, and we're going to raise all the blocks marked in yellow until they are 5 blocks high in total. Now, using the stone blocks, we're going to go ahead and raise the blocks in pink this time until they are 4 blocks high in total. Okay, now the foundation's all in place, let's head over to the center of the front of the windmill here. And at the very bottom, we're going to break 1 block in the middle and then 1 at each side and replace those with some stone bricks. Above it, we're going to break a 3x3 square in the wall, just like this. And then get your stone stairs, and at the very top, we're going to put an upside down one at each side, like so. Now, before we move any further, let's go on to the inside, and at the same height as these blocks here, we're going to go ahead and fill ourselves in a floor. I'm going to use the spruce planks, but you guys can use any flooring of your choice. Okay, now that our flooring's all in place, let's head to the front of the build again. And right where our entrance is here on the side, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks here and 4 blocks here. Then in front of this, we're going to place 2 all the way across like so. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and place some stone brick slabs on the bottom here to make a nice little part of the entrance. And then down the side here, we can just run some of our spruce fence. Do that on both sides. And then now we're going to start working on the little bit of the roof on this part of the windmill. So first of all, we're going to run on top of the stone bricks here, we're going to run a row of spruce planks all the way around this edge, making sure that you only place them on the actual big main circle and not the side piece there for the bakery. We'll do that roof later on. Okay, once that's in place, we're going to go ahead to the front on the right hand side here where this corner is, and we're going to put 1 block there, 1 block behind, and then a 3rd one behind, and then break these 2 at the front. Now we've got 1 there, we're going to just stretch that across so it is 5 long. And then we're going to put a temporary block here, place 1 here, break that 1, and we're going to make a sort of little V shape like this. So as you can see, we're leaving a 1 block gap across the front here, okay, in front of the blocks. We're going to basically repeat this pattern all the way around. So now we're going to come forward by 1, again to this side, and we're going to go all the way across to here. So we have 5 coming across, 1 here, make our little V shape. Then we're going to come into here, bring it all the way across. In here for our little V shape, and then come in, break that 1 there, make a row all the way across to this side, and then finally our last little V shape in this corner. So we should have something that looks a bit like this from above. Now we're going to go ahead and get our slabs, And where we got this little gap around the edge here, we're going to go and cover it by placing a slab on the lower half of the block above, so something like this, and we're going to do it all the way around. Once we've done that, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do that on the lower half of the front block here. So we're going to do it all the way around, then go into the groove here, into the corner, into the corner. We don't want to be placing one in the corners here, okay? We don't want a one block all the way around the edge. We just want to stick it in front of the actual plank itself. Okay, and once you've done that, we're going to come over to the corner here again. So where this corner is, let's put one block there, one block in front, one block down, and then we're going to come in, so we do one block lower in here. Break these ones that we just placed like this, and now we're going to do the same thing again. Run another ring all the way around the edge. Now to do this, we are going to have to place a temporary one in the corners like this, and then break them when we're done, but it should be fine all the way around. Okay, once that's done, we're going to go into the top of the roof here, and on the inside edge behind these planks here, we're going to go ahead and put in some stone blocks. We're going to do that all the way around this edge. Just like so. Now for the tower, for the actual windmill, we're going to start from a block here, okay? So we've got one here. We're not going to count the one that's underneath. Count from this one, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And we're going to do that all the way around. So you want 13 blocks all the way up. 14 if you want to include this one, we just place it behind here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that all the way around this stone block edge here. Okay, we're going to do that all the way up till it's 13 blocks high in total. 14 if you want to include the one at the base. Okay, now before we do anything else, it's probably a good idea to do some of the texturing on the walls. So we're going to start at the very bottom here, and we're going to do cobblestone on sort of the first 3 to 4 levels. And what we're going to do here is we're going to kind of just scatter it in. It's not going to be no pattern, just very scattered. So something along these kind of lines. See how you can see that it's kind of like a scattered pattern. Okay, so we're going to do that all the way around with the cobblestone. Then we're going to go ahead and get some andesite, and what we're going to do is we're going to just put in a few andesite at the bottom like this. Okay, just a few random ones kind of dotted in between, sort of kind of in between everywhere really, to be honest. You know, there's quite a lot of andesite to go in, something like this, to kind of break up some of the stone. Then at the very top of the tower here, we're going to go ahead and use the andesite again. This time we're going to bring it down, and we want to bring it sort of scattered in at the top here. So that it's quite thick. You want quite a thick layer of the andesite, but don't make each sort of strip come down at the same level. We want it a bit randomized like this, okay? And then as we come down, we can just start sort of scattering it in a bit more slower, sort of like this. A few more here. You know, just little kind of blocks of it here and there, something kind of along these kind of lines, okay? So cobblestone mostly at the bottom, andesite mostly at the top coming downwards. Then in between both of those, we're going to go ahead and just throw in a few of the stone bricks. And the stone bricks here is just going to be kind of just a few dotted here and there. Nothing too crazy, not too many. Just to add a little kind of highlight to the area. And then down here, do the same thing. Just a few stone, but again, not too many. Something kind of along these lines, okay? And then we're going to go ahead with the cobblestone again. And up here at the very top, we will just go ahead and just bring in a few cobblestone coming up. Nothing, again, not too many here, just a few. Something, you know, maybe like this. Really not really much more than that. We want to kind of keep the, you know, mostly just andesite and stone brick, if anything, at the top there. So it's mainly, the main thing you want to concentrate here is randomly placing cobblestone more so near the bottom, andesite near the top, and then stone is kind of the midway point, and then just a scattering of stone bricks and cobblestone in between everything else, and then that should be good. And we're going to do that all the way around, okay? So I'm going to go and do that, and I'll catch you guys once yours is all in place. Okay, once you've got your texture in place, guys, you should have something that looks a bit like this. Now, we're going to come over to here, which is going to be the bakery. And starting from the left-hand corner here, we're going to break 1, 2, 3 across here, 2 up, making a 3x3 square. Then we're going to go over, leaving a 1 block gap, and we're going to break 1, 2 just here, and then a 2 above it as well. Then we're going to put an upside down stair in each corner like this, and the same for this little doorway just here. Now go ahead, get your stone bricks, some cobblestone and stone, and what you want to do out the front here, you want to put 3 stone blocks in that gap there, and you just want to kind of randomly make a little bit of a roughed up area for the ground here. Something just random, it hasn't got to be sort of no neatness or that. It just needs to look like a little area that would be a platform for whoever's sort of going in and out of the shop here. Something kind of like this, and then I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to scatter in a bit of andesite, some stone and some cobblestone as well. We're going to mix in a few of these just to kind of make it look a little bit more roughed up in the ground. We can add some grass path and that in a bit later, but for now we just want to rough the ground here just to make it look a little bit more fitting with what we've got going on. Something kind of like this. Then we're going to go to the inside, and we're just going to replace all the flooring in here with some spruce planks. All of the grass, we're going to replace all of this. Something along those lines like that. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to just get the roof in place for this as well, which is going to be pretty simple. We're going to start by breaking this block just here on the corner. And we'll put our spruce plank in that corner there, and we're going to run it all the way down to this end and then overhang it by 1. Let's do the same over here. And then overhang by 1. Now, on the side here, if we start from the corner, we're going to place a slab on the bottom half, a slab underneath, and then 1 slab coming out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this all the way down to here, okay? Now, we're not going to bring it all the way down to that wall. We're going to make a little sloping edge here. So we're going to actually break this one here for the moment. Then we're going to run slabs all the way across to here. And then we're going to just get a slab in there, place this one here, break that for a minute, and then put our block back in there. And then underneath here, we're going to break that block there and that block there. And we're just going to put in a couple of stone blocks in that corner. Then up here, just go ahead, put a slab on the top there. Let's do the same again on this side. So we're going to start by placing in a slab here, 1 underneath, 1 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to place a slab up to this one, break that bit underneath, and then break this block and this block. Go ahead and put in a stone. or a cobblestone, it doesn't matter, or, you know, something that blends in with the wall. And then go ahead and put your slab on the top there. Now, on this side here, we're just going to continue with the slabs. So slab here, then one up, slab across, one up. Let's do the same over here, slab across, up, and then one for the middle and up. And then behind, just go ahead and blend some blocks in with your wall, so you can use your cobblestone, some stone, and a site, stone bricks, whatever you want. Just blend it in to bring it up like that, which will be 5 blocks across and then 1 in the center. Now, where you got your full block there, just want to bring a full block all the way across. Break this slab here and put in a full block. Do the same for this one. Like that. We're going to break that one there, bring our blocks all the way across in the middle there as well. And then we're just going to join the slabs up on the bottom half of this block, the bottom half of these blocks, and then one through the middle. And then just put 2 blocks here and 1 block there, just to kind of give it a little bit of a cleaner slope. So you should have something that looks kind of like this on each side. See how it smoothly comes down into that roof there, and it just looks like it kind of blends in a little bit nicer with the rest of the build. Okay, now we're going to get a balcony here, which is going to be just above the side where the bakery is. So if we start from the middle of the tower here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. On this 4th block here, we're going to break this one and then 1 at each side. Put in 3 of our spruce planks and 3 just in front of it. Above it here, we're going to break 1, 2, 3 and then a 3 to the side as well, making a 3x3 gap. And then we're going to put in an upside down stair in the top 2 corners like this. Now, using your spruce stairs, we're going to wrap them all the way around like this to create a nice little balcony. And then underneath the full block here, we're going to put a slab and then a slab just that side. Then get your spruce fence and you're going to run that all the way around the edge. On the 2 corners, you want to place 2 more coming upwards. Then we're going to put a slab on top of that and we're going to bring that all the way across to here. Put a slab low on the lower half underneath, bring it all the way across, and then where the wall is there, we're going to bring it 1 up and all the way across like that, just to create a nice little balcony. Once you're done, you want to head on to the inside, and we're going to go ahead onto the inside here and we're going to put in a row of 5 blocks across here, and then we're going to run 5 blocks across all the way around every side, just like this. And then use your spruce stairs and then just put another layer all the way around like this until we join back up to this side. And then finally, we're going to put 3 trapdoors on each side like this. This is the oak trapdoor, but you can use any trapdoor that you like. And we're going to put them all the way around here just to look like a nice little kind of a balcony edge on the inside here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead down at the front entranceway here and we're just going to make it a little bit more texturous. We're going to add in some cracked stone bricks just randomly. There's no specific place for these. A few cobblestone. Again, nothing too crazy, just a few of them dotted here and there. And then maybe the odd andesite block as well. I think that works really well amongst these blocks. Something kind of like that, just to create a little bit of texture there. And if you wanted to, you could even do it on the steps here by adding in something like that. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, let's start working on the roof. So first of all, we're going to come up to the very top here. And I'm going to place an upside down stone stair here. Leave a 1 block gap, put 1 here, another 1 block gap and 1 here. On the corners here, I'm going to make them face in towards this corner piece on the edge here. And then continue 1 on every other block on the way round. Just making sure we turn for this one on the corner here. Do that on all 4 sides, exactly the same. We can change these blocks up in just a minute. I'm going to change some of them to some different blocks so that we get a little bit of variation in the textures. Then we're going to get our stone brick slabs. In these gaps here, we're going to put stone brick slabs. And then on top of the stairs, we're going to put a slab as well. Okay, and we're going to do that again all the way around. So in the gap and then on top of the stairs. Okay, once you're done, just go ahead and vary some of the textures up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put maybe an andesite one in there, maybe a stone brick, We're putting a polished andesite on there, maybe even an andesite slab there and there, something like that, and we're just going to vary it as we go around. No particular pattern, just whatever you feel kind of fits where you want it to. Okay, now we've done the texturing on there, we're going to go ahead and on the 2 stairs in the corner here, on top of them we're going to put some cobblestone wall, and then in the gaps here we're going to also put them, and we're just going to repeat that all the way around the build. Then we're going to go ahead and get our spruce planks, and we're going to go 5 across the edge here with 3 above like this. We leave 1 off the corners. Put 1 on this corner, and again a row of 5 and then 3. 1 in the corner, 5 and then 3. And just repeat that all the way around. Okay, so you should have something like this. And then we're going to go ahead and put a stair facing inwards like this on each side. Then on each side we're going to get our slabs. We're going to place 3 in the middle and 1 on top. Okay, 3 in the middle, 1 on top, and just do that again on all 4 sides. Then back to your planks. Where the stairs are in the corners here, we're going to place a block right at the side like this. Okay, a full block. Do that on all 4 sides or all 4 corners. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a slab on top of those. Then you're going to get your spruce planks, put 3 in this gap, 3 in this gap, 3 in this gap, and 3 in this gap like this. Then you can place 1 in the corners, like so. Okay, now we're going to put a slab in the center of the planks, like this, on top of it. And then again, we're just going to basically cover this big hole in the center with the slabs. Okay, so just go around and just cover it up like this. And then once you're done, we're going to add 1 more final layer. So we're going to go here, go all the way across to this side, making sure you leave that 1 block gap. Do the same here, and then 1 in these corners here, and then 1 in the very center. And there we go. We've got our capped off roof for the windmill. Okay, now coming down to the front here, we're going to go right up to this block in the very middle at the very top here. And this is where we're going to work our windmill blades that are going to come out. So we're going to go down by 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to break that 5th one just there. Let's go ahead for now. We're just going to put a block like that in there, which is going to be the stripped spruce log. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now, we will be putting in a bit of a mechanism on the inside to make it look like it works as well, but we'll come back to that a little bit later on. Now, for now, what we're going to do is we're going to look from the side here. Now, what we want is we want the blades to sit exactly a 1 block gap away from this edge here that sits out. So we're going to leave these first 2, and on the 3rd one here, we're going to put in a fence on all 4 sides of the log. Okay. Now, starting from the left-hand side, I think, we're going to go ahead with our spruce planks. We're going to place 1, then 2. Then we're going to go down by 1 diagonally, like this. Diagonally down again, breaking that one there. Diagonally down again, and then 1 underneath that one. Okay, so 2, 1, 1, 2. And we want to repeat down all 4 sides, but we've got to make sure that the curve follows the same path. So for instance, down here, we will go 2, 2 that way, 1 over in this direction, 1 over in this direction, and then we'll be going 1 here, and this time we'll be going out to the side. Okay, so it looks like the blade would move in the same direction. And then we've got to repeat the pattern all the way around. So this side again, we'll go 2 this way, 1 up, and then up to this one, and then up again. And then finally on this one, we'll be going 1, 2, 1 over to this side, 1 over to this side, and then 2 over on this one. Okay, now that we've got the blades all in place, let's start working on the sails. So for this, we're going to go ahead and use the white wall, but you can use any white block of your choice. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by placing in a block of wall right here, okay? Right where we got the two fences. We're going to just put one joining the fences, and we're going to do it on all four corners like this, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and follow the path that we've put here with the planks, but we're going to be one above. So we're going to come out by one from here. Okay, so put two. Then we're going to have one, then one and two. And then just break those ones in the corners there. So we're kind of following that same path. Now, we're going to come up. So from this one here, we're going to actually come up one again, but we're going to go back this time. And we're going to do the same thing, following that same path. And then at the very top here, we're going to actually make it 3 long, okay? So when we break this one and this one, we'll have 3 at the top, then 2, then 2, then 1. Okay, and we're going to repeat that for all of the sails. Again, making sure that we keep it on the right side of the sail so that it looks like it could literally blow around. So, let's go ahead over here. We're going to put a block here, then here, one here, and then we'll put the extra one just there as well. This time we're going to go on to the inside, so we go back again, and again just bringing it out, following the same pattern, and then on this edge here we go out by 3. Okay, let's go down, put one here, bring 2 more over, break that one here, one there, break that one, over here, get rid of that one, and then again we're going to come underneath behind it, put 2 in there, break that one, 2 in here, break that one. And then come over to here and we're going to bring it down by 3. Okay, and the last one over here, let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, break that one. Bring one out, break that one out, break that one here. And then we can go back here, so where this one is, let's go 1 and 2, break that one. Then we can put 1 there, come out, break that one. And then from the corner there, out by 3, break that one behind. Just like that. And then we can go ahead, we can put in a trapdoor on the center there. And if you want to, you could go ahead behind here and you could put maybe some fences in these gaps here. You haven't got to, but it just kind of makes it look a little bit better if you see the sails from behind. Just something kind of like that. Okay, now before we do the interiors, we've just got one more thing to do. So if we come over to the right hand side here, we've got a plain wall. What we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th one here, we're going to put in a spruce fence gate and then open it. And then leave a 1 block gap, put 1 there. Then we're going to leave the block above and break 1 and 2. And then 1 and 2 like this. Put a composter on these 2 and then use the oak fence here for a window like this. And then we can put some oak trapdoors on this side, oak trapdoors on this side. Go ahead and fill these with some saplings or with whatever you want. Just go ahead and fill them all the way up. Something like, come on, there we go. Something like that. And then we can go ahead and we could just put a flower pot, maybe just on one of them, just like that, with a sapling inside it. Just for a little bit of decoration. I just think it looks quite nice. Okay, let's go ahead and do some interior. So let's head on to the inside of the windmill. Now I have gone ahead and just put in some lanterns here just for a bit of brightness, but I will probably remove those in just a minute and put them somewhere else. So first of all, I think in the corners here where we've got this single pillar hidden here, we want to bring a spruce log pillar all the way up to it. Okay, let's do that in all 4 corners. And we're 1 out. Just like this. We're going to do this all the way around just so we got a little bit more of a supporting center. Okay, just like this. And then at the very top, let's go ahead and just put in a polished andesite just so it looks a little bit stronger. You know, it looks like a little bit more support there. Now, I'm going to go ahead for the minute. I'm going to get rid of that lantern. And I know it's a little bit dark, guys, but underneath here, we're going to run a pillar all the way down to the back here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put the lantern just underneath for the moment so you can see. Now, we're going to do the same for all 4 sides. So get rid of the lantern and then bring your pillar all the way across from behind. Now, the reason I'm doing it from behind is so that it sits underneath the bottom of the wall. Okay, so it's going to look a bit more supported. Now, keep doing that all the way around, okay? Join up, break your lantern, join it all the way up, and then again I'm just going to put that underneath here for the minute just to make sure that it stays lit up in here so you guys can see. There, so we have something like that all the way around now. Now I think what we're going to do here is we're going to first of all come over to the doorway, and at each side of the doorway we're going to put a pillar of our stripped spruce wood going all the way up like this, leaving our 1 block in the center, put 2 up here, and then from the outside facing inwards we're going to put an upside down stair, and then we're going to actually go ahead, let's put in a polished andesite block there, and then our door, okay, so that if our door closes from the outside it's all stone from there. Perfect. Now we're going to grab some spruce planks, and just in this little gap here we're going to go ahead and just bring the spruce planks all the way across, okay, and we're going to have that on all 4 sides, so make sure that you go around and you just fill all of the gaps up, just bringing that roof down a tiny little bit. There we go. Okay, right, so now it's looking pretty light in here. I think I'm going to just put the lanterns just back by 1 block. I think it just looks a little bit better, something like that. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Now right in the middle here we're going to break this middle block here, and let's make a 3x3 just like this, and then I think we're going to actually go 1 more, making 3 on each side, making sure you leave those corners. We don't need to worry about the corners. And then we're going to put 3 across here, go 1 in with the, this is the polished andesite stair, okay, so you can use the brick stairs, it doesn't matter. And we're going to basically just run them all the way around this edge like this, making sure that we join them up like that. So as you can see we've got 3 across here, then 1 in, 3, then 1 in, 3, 1 in, and 3. And then using the polished andesite blocks we're going to put 1 in all of these spots, and then 1 just there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now from this one here guys we're going to go 1, 2, 3 and I think 4, and we're going to break these 2 for the minute, and then yeah, and then we're going to break that one as well. Now we're going to go ahead and put in a slab all the way around like this, 1 on each side, and then underneath those slabs you're going to put an andesite wall like this, okay, so it almost looks like the bottom of a grinder. On top of this block here we're going to put in the stripped spruce wood, and we're going to run it all the way up till it reaches the ceiling. Then back down here we're going to put in a slab against that one, and we're going to run that all the way around the edge, okay, so we've got like a 3x3 around all of the edge, and then 1 in front like that on the middle one, all the way around, okay, and then basically we're just going to repeat the same pattern. So let's go around again on top, and then just 1 on all 4 sides like this. And then this time an andesite wall just on top of these ones. Okay, something kind of like that. Now I'm not really sure exactly how a sort of a windmill would look like on the inside in this kind of era. I can't really find much for reference images, so I'm kind of going by something that I would imagine would be the kind of idea. Now this is about it really for the downstairs here. If you wanted to neaten it up, the only things you could do is just maybe make a cabinet or 2 in here, add some hay bales, maybe even some barrels and stuff. So let's go ahead, let's just grab a few details. Okay, for the rest of the interior guys, I would go ahead, maybe we could make a little kind of work area here. So let's put some looms in here. They kind of look like something that might be used for, I don't know, for using with the grains or something. It just kind of looks right. And then we're going to go ahead and put a couple of trapdoors there. Let's put a couple of trapdoors above. You will need to crouch to place them against each other. And maybe a couple of barrels in there like that to make it look like a little bit of a work area. Over this side here, I'm going to go ahead and just sort of bung in a bunch of hay bales, making sure that they're all facing in different directions, so that it doesn't look like anything is kind of just all organized, because it wouldn't be organized in an area like this. So something kind of like that. Maybe we'll do a few more over this side. Yeah, maybe something like that, I guess. Yeah, something a bit like that. And then over this side here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm probably going to just put in a few barrels stacked up like this. Maybe stack some that way. Something like that. And then I think I'll probably put one downwards like that. Yeah, something a bit like that, I guess. Let's actually do that different. Something like that. Yeah, that looks a bit better. And then we could just go ahead and just put a lantern up there just to make sure it stays bright in here. Yeah, but guys, I think that's probably about it, really. You know, just dotting in a few more of these down here, I think might sort of just be a good idea. A few more barrels. You could always bung in a bit more of the hay bales. Something like that. Just make it look kind of a little bit busy with whatever items you can. You can even go ahead and do something like get a lever, maybe even a tripwire hook as well. Something like this. And you could just use them to look like some kind of tool, you know, something that might be used for something, you know. So it just gives it a little bit of something for a bit of detail. Then I think on one of these pillars, what we're going to do is we're going to put a ladder, and we're going to go all the way up with the ladder. Once we get to this block here, we're going to break that block. Let's jump through here, and then we're going to put a trapdoor up here. Okay, so then that way we can open it and then go down if we want. Not quite as fast as that, and then we can go back up and climb in here as well and close that. Okay, that's looking good. Right. Now, while we're up here, let's go ahead and you can see this is the spruce log here that came through from where our windmill is. So let's go ahead and bring this into here. And we're going to join it up to this pillar here for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a stone brick, not a stone brick, a polished andesite stair upside down here. And then a normal one on top. Now, if we turn around the other way, we're going to put an upside down one this side and an upside down one this side as well. Okay. Because it kind of ends up looking a little bit like a bit of a cog. Then on the one above here, we're going to put a stair there. This is the stone stair. We're going to put one on all four sides. And then we're going to get ourselves a stone slab. And we're basically going to put a stone slab all the way around above. Okay, so just one like this. All the way around like that. And it kind of looks like a bit of a cog. So they look like they kind of join together. Kind of like this one would be turning that one, and then that would be turning this bit down the bottom here. Okay, now it's pretty dark on this floor, so we're going to go ahead. Let's just put a lantern there on our doorway for the moment, and what we're going to do is go up to the ceiling at the very top here. And first of all, let's get our spruce planks, and we're just going to cover this first top layer here with some planks. Okay, just in the gaps, we're going to just bring it all the way around. Cover that with some planks. Then on the sides here, let's go ahead and cover these ones with planks as well. And then in the corners here, we're going to put two planks like this on the corners. Now, I do apologise if it's a bit dark, guys. Let me just put some lanterns. I'll put one on all four sides like this, okay? So you can see we end up with this shape on all four sides. Then we're just going to put a stair there. 3 stairs underneath this one and a stair underneath that. Okay, and we'll just repeat that same pattern on all four sides. Okay, just to create a little bit of a nicer roof here, and if you wanted to, you can go ahead and run some stairs all the way around, making an even nicer little rim like so. And I think that looks pretty good, and it gives us a little bit more lightness in here. Now if you wanted to, you could always make like a little kind of table, so you can have like an upside down stair at each side here. Maybe get a slab, and then you could put the slab in the middle and maybe a lantern on there like that. And you can even go ahead and just put some workstations up here if you wanted. You could put some crafting tables and stuff like that if you wanted. It's always handy placing a few crafting stations and that around so that you can use them as and when you need. So maybe something like that, and maybe some of those. So you can go ahead, maybe put in a crafting table here, another one here, maybe even a chest, something like this. Something like that, just to make it look like it's an area that's used. Okay. Okay, right, that just about does it for the top part of the tower here and the windmill. Let's go and do the rest of the bakery. Okay, before we start working on the interior of the bakery, there's just a couple of things I want to quickly do. So first of all, we're going to come over to the inside here. We're going to put a spruce fence on the insides of these corners all the way over here like this. Let's do the same on the front here, one on each corner, one in that corner, and then all the way around in each corner. All the way around, and then when you get around the back here, we're going to put one here, and then on the front of the bakery here, one here and one here. It's just a little bit of detail, but it's just something that I just wanted to put in there. And then we're going to go ahead underneath this edge and put in a little lantern. Now, if we head round to the back of the bakery here, we're going to get ourselves, first of all, in a chimney. So where we have our long flat wall here, starting from this corner here, we're going to put one sort of block of bricks here, one here, and one here. And we're going to raise those up. So break that block there. We're going to have to break that one out the way. Bring this one up as well. And this one here as well. Then we're simply going to go ahead and break this block, this block, this block, and this block. Okay. And we can break this one here. And we could break a few going all the way down to the ground here. And then just replace these two with some bricks for now. And then if we head back out. There we go. We can go ahead, put one block in here, one here, one here. Let's put two in for this one here. Now, break the one in the center, and we're going to go one on top of these here. So now, in total, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks high. We're going to put one more on top of those, and then put one in the center and one on top. And then, we're just going to put upside down stairs against these 2 blocks in the middle. And then break the 2 in the middle there, so we have a hole going all the way through. Let's put our campfire in the center. On top of these stairs here, we're going to put some andesite walls. You can use cobblestone walls or brick walls. It's entirely up to you. And then we're going to put a brick slab on top. Now, if we head down here, we're going to go ahead, just break that slab there, and we're going to put it one up. Okay, just to make it look like it sort of blends in better with this corner. Then we're going to put 2 bricks here, 2 bricks here, and one in the at the bottom there. Then we're going to put in a stair, a stair, a stair, a stair, and a stair. And then finally, the last bit of detail is literally just added in some polished granite and some normal granite, just to make the blocks look a little bit more worn down, I guess. You know, it gives a little bit more of a rough look. So we can just add in a few of those, kind of dotted around, something along those lines. I think that looks pretty good. And there we go. That's the chimney for our bakery. Okay, now for the interior of the bakery. If we go on to the inside here, right where the door is here, we're going to just pillar up our stripped spruce logs all the way up, one at each side, leaving a 1 block gap in the middle. Put 2 in the center, and then from the outside, we're going to put in a upside down stair in the middle. In the gap here, we're going to put in a stone brick or a stone block of your choice. And then from the inside, we're going to place our door. And there we go. There is our entranceway. Now, heading over to here, which is going to be where our chimney is. There is our hole for our chimney. What we're going to do here is we're going to turn this into a little kind of baking area. So let's break this one row of logs, bricks and blocks. Then we're going to go ahead, we're going to put in a brick stair right here. Behind it, we're going to put in a campfire. And above it, on the lower half of the block, we're going to put in a metal, or is it iron? An iron trapdoor. Okay, let's completely get rid of these blocks here. And then what we're going to do is get our lectern. And if we come over to this little corner here, we're going to face towards there. And in front here, we're going to bring 1 down, 2, and then 3. 1, 2, 3. We will be getting rid of some of these 1 and 2 in here. And then we want to keep this bottom layer but break anything above it. Now obviously if you don't want to get that many lecterns, guys, you can just use blocks. It's entirely up to you. And then go ahead, get yourself some stone bricks or stone blocks and then just put them above it like this. Okay. Now get the iron trapdoor and place 1 underneath it like this. And then we're going to place 3 of our smokers all in here like so. Right next to it here, we're going to put a pillar of our stripped oak logs. And then up in the corner here, we're going to put 2 of our upside down stairs. And then over here, we're going to put 3 upside down stairs. And then finally, on this one, we're going to put 1 up there as well. Okay, in front of this pillar here, we're going to go with 2 upside down stairs, break the one behind it. And then here, we're going to put 1 sideways going into this pillar over here. And now this gives us our little counter. And we're going to put a trapdoor in there, which is the spruce trapdoor. And we can open and close it so that we can get in. At the very top here, we've got 1 block. We're going to come down by 1, put a pillar across here. And then we're going to grab our spruce planks and just fill that gap at the top there. Then over here, grab your stairs. Put some there and wrap it all the way around like so. I think that looks pretty good. And then we can just go ahead and put a lantern on there. Let's head on to the inside here. We're going to put a lantern right in the middle there. Okay, now that is pretty much most of it done in here. Just for a few extra little details, let's go ahead and put in some item frames on here for the minute. And then over in this corner here, we're going to put in some of our barrels. Kind of something along these lines. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe not up so high. Maybe something like that. And then we can go ahead, maybe put in an item frame on those ones and then some item frames there. And then maybe we can just label them. Maybe something like, say these ones have got wheat in. Maybe we can say this one's got some bread. And then maybe some wheat again because they would be using plenty of that in here. Over here on the cookers, we're going to go ahead and put in some bread that's cooking. Something like that. You could also add in a cookie as well if you wanted to. Something like that. I think that looks pretty good. Get a barrel. We could put a barrel in the corner here. Let's stand it upwards. And again, we're going to go ahead and do something like that. And maybe put some bread on this one. And there we go. I think that is pretty good, guys. We've got everything in here. We've got a little smoker on here. If we're going to cook any of our bread on top of that, we can also cook it on top of the cookers here. And I think this is looking pretty good from the inside. Let's go ahead quickly onto the outside. In fact, before we go on the outside, let's put in 1 more item frame with a bit of bread there for the next customer. And then over here, I think we're going to grab our slabs. Let's put a couple of slabs there. We'll put some item frames. And then we'll put a cookie in one of them. Like this. And then a loaf of bread on the other, I think. Something like that. And then just put a trapdoor at each side of the window so it has a little shutter to close it off at night time. And then if you wanted to, you could go ahead and put a couple of lanterns there just to lighten it up. If you don't like the lantern in the middle there, you can also just put them at the sides here instead, which I think does look a little bit better. Anyway guys, that just about brings us to the end of the build. Don't forget that Andy is going to be posting the next tutorial on his channel, so be sure to stay tuned for that. I will leave a link to his channel and all of the previous videos in the description below, so be sure to check those out if you haven't done already. But for now guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up just there. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Just don't forget to hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. But for now, this is Blue Nerd signing out, and I will catch you guys in the next one.